Hello. How's everyone doing today? Sorry about that. YouTube decided to, we're like a minute late here. YouTube decided to, for some reason, say I was live, but I wasn't live and I couldn't get the stream started, and it was like, what? And I was like, what? And I think we're fixed. I think we're fixed. You can hear me, right? I'm live. I hit the button. Did I hit the button? I think we hit the button. Did I hit the button? Did I hit the button? I think I hit the button. Everyone's saying hi, so I'm assuming I hit the button. Yeah, early today. For those that don't know, the stream times for the weekday streams depend on my wife's schedule. She works shift work, so when she's on days, the streams start earlier. When she's on afternoons, the streams start later. So it's like a 2-week rotation. So for 2 weeks, it's like 4 p.m. And then for 2 weeks, it's like 2 p.m. or earlier. Although this Friday, the print and chill stream Friday will be later, so it'll be like 6 p.m. If that. Stuff going on during the day. Tojose? Tojo Hissa? I don't know how to pronounce that. Remember, for 3 months. Revo Voron is live. Yes, Revo Voron is finally live for those that want to go purchase one. If you want to buy one from E3D directly, I do have an affiliate link in the description if you want to help with the channel. What is the latest non-functional or latest functional print non-related to 3D printing that you did? I've done a few mounts and brackets. Probably my rep rack was probably, well, that's 3D printed related. I've done a few brackets over the years and like random knickknacks around the house, but yeah, usually it's like odds and end prints like this to show off printers or 3D printer stuff. Revo Voron better than V6? Yes. So today we are carrying on with the Prusa build, the MK3S Plus. Apparently last week in the thumbnail I put Mark S3 Plus and that offended people somehow. Yeah, we'll just chalk it up to English. Me fail English? That's impossible. So I fixed it. Does the Diamondback fit in the Rapido? Anything that takes a standard V6 style nozzle, that's the form factor of the Diamondback. So if the Rapido, which is no, the Rapido, no, that's the, no, the Rapido, yeah, no, I'm thinking the Raptor. The Rapido, yeah, the Rapido will take a Diamondback, yeah. So today, we're carrying on. Last week, we got this far in the build with the Prusa. We got the Y gantry assembled, the X gantry assembled. So I'm assuming this week we're gonna be putting the toolhead together. And again, huge shout out to Printed Solid. David and the team over there provided me this Prusa kit for the build series. If you are looking to get a Prusa and you are looking for getting it for a educational role, a government role, or business, that's what Printed Solid does sales for Prusa. However, Printed Solid also carries a bunch of awesome other stuff like Filament, which, thanks to them, we are giving away 2 prizes of 3 spools of Jesse Filament. So if you want to enter for that, it's pinned in chat. It's also linked in the description. Enter there. Canada, US only, and there are rules that apply now for Printed Solid giveaways, such as if you've won a Printed Solid giveaway in the last 90 days, you cannot enter again. Make sure you read the full rules before you apply to enter. Someone should do a torture test to see how long the 3D printed parts on the... Yes, this is Pet G, and I will be enclosing it to print some hot stuff. Don't worry. Norton Tech, member for 3 months. Finally up clipper on my printer. Awesome, that's good to hear. And Greg, 449, cheers. He wants to see plastic pushy out of nozzle. I don't know if we'll get there today, probably not. I can only stream till 5 o'clock. But hopefully the next one. I'm hoping that we finish the build today. That's what I would like to see. I've been told it's an 8-hour build, and we are 3 hours in. Plus I'm streaming and talking and going on tangents, because you know I go on tangents. Like, if you're new to the stream and you're expecting, you know, a solid 3 hours of work, yeah, no, this isn't an Amazon fulfillment center. I don't have a slave driver making me stay on target. We go on tangents, and that's part of, you know, I like to think that's part of the charm of the stream. Speaking of tangents, don't use Creality Cloud. It's crap. And it steals models from creators. And it pays out people to steal models from creators. So, don't use Creality Cloud. Simple as that. There's a tangent for today. And the whole way this website's set up, where if you want to slice using the website, you have to upload the model to their cloud. And now, you know, paid models are now out there for everyone to see. Yeah, no, don't use Creality Cloud. Please don't. Okay, so where were we? Where were we? We were building. Let me actually pull up the instructions here. Prusa Mark III build guide. So we did the x-axis, the z-axis, and now we're on the e-axis. I love how they call it the e-axis. Like, I've never heard that term. I'm the extruder, the tool head. I personally, I think this is the tool head. I'm coming from a machinist background. So in that regard, the tool head is the part of the machine that holds the tool. In a 3D printer, the tool is the hot end. So the tool head, but the e-axis. I've never... Is that a strictly Prusa thing? If anyone, has anyone ever seen that outside of a Prusa? Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I got nothing against the name. I've never heard that name. Like, I'm going through the box with all the parts and it's like E-axis. And I'm like, what the heck's E-axis? Yeah, tool head, yeah. So this is a very difficult part. We are getting a new Amazon fulfillment center. Yeah, I heard that. Like, they're shitty jobs, but at least they're consistent jobs. That's the thing. And it's like, I think $18 an hour, last I heard. Okay, so what are we gonna need for this? So let's carry on. I'm gonna need some parts. I'm gonna need my E-axis parts. E-axis parts. Okay. And then for this Friday, the print and chill stream, it's gonna be later in the day, I said that. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna mess around with the KP3 and we're gonna crank up the accels and see how fast we can push that thing while still staying on Marlin. E-axis. Okay. We got that. Back in the bin. All of you. Okay. There's no X in Czech language. Oh. Extruder is considered an axis sign. It moves in algorithm. Yeah, it does move. Don't get me wrong. But still, it's just a nomenclature thing. This would be the tool head, not an axis. But is what it is. Okay, lo-fi is a little dreary today. Let's go to hi-fi today. Let's do some hi-fi. No, wrong button. Let's do hi-fi. There we go. Have I printed anything? No, I did the E3D torture test Easter egg. I did do that. We actually did that on the stream on Saturday. Well, it was printing while I was streaming. No, I want to do a few things. I gotta record some stuff before I get too far into it. That's why. Okay. So, tools necessary for this chapter. We got our pliers, we got our Allen keys, and we got our screwdriver, which is actually not a bad screwdriver. It's magnetic. A few tips. This is the most important and hardest part in the chapter. English. This is the most important, hardest chapter. Take your time, don't rush. Proper assemble extruder is essential. The bag with fasteners includes M320 and M318 screws. Make sure you do not mix them up. Yes, make sure. Honestly, keep a little scale on hand, a metric one. It's super handy. Keep magnets apart. They can break each other. Yeah, for those that don't know, rare earth magnets, if they slap into each other, they can explode. So wear your safety goggles. The hot end for the Mark 3S needs a shorter PTFE tube compared to the Mark 3S. I don't think we need to worry about that. Pay great attention to cable management. Okay, I was going to pay mediocre attention, but it says pay great attention, so we'll make sure. And the bag includes extra fasteners. Don't worry if you finish with a few unused screws and nuts. Okay, that's good. So, get the overhead camera set up. We're gonna need some plastic parts here. We're gonna need the extruder body. Okay, we got that. Where is that other piece? Am I missing a bag here? I got that part. there another bag of parts that I'm missing? Oh, no, yeah, there's a separate bag. So they have E-axis and they have extruder parts, but they're all in the same, like... Okay, garbage. Christopher, thank you for becoming a member. This little doodad. I need this part, I think. Yep. Okay. These can go over here. Man, PETG is shiny. I will say, it, you know, it's you know, ghosted as all hell. But the actual part finish, like the actual like parts are like look really good. Like I will say, look at the filament feed path. Like that's a pretty sharp corner. I will say that's actually pretty clean. So D1. Okay. Search for E-axis and extruder bags. The list continues on the next step. Okay. So I've taken to, instead of like hunting down each thing for each individual step, I'm just taking like all the screws for the one step and just pulling them out because it just, I find it easier. So we got some magnets here. Magnet, go there. There's our Bondtech gears, our belt, and then a whole bunch of screws. So let me get a little container here so I'm not hunting for screws everywhere this time. Did anyone get the Reva already? Yep, I've got 4. It's a very good Hotend. Yep. Oh, thank you for letting me know I am live, YouTube. I love when I get that notification. Did you know you are live on your channel right now? Okay, so extruder assembly. So the one thing I hate about Prusa assembly so far is we are using a heck of a lot of square nuts in it. I do not like the square nuts. Ordered my LDO V2, now the long wait. I know, shipping, it sucks. Did I know I was live on? I'm live on YouTube? Hello, Mom. Okay, these are the first time I've had screws that like really didn't want to go in to their part. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Too short. That worked, that worked. Just dropped $100 on a oh my god. Pie prices are insane right now. It's dumb. Like, it's like when COVID first hit, I kind of joked. I'm like, I wish I could go back in time and buy like a pallet of like webcams and put up an Amazon store selling like, you know, Logitech C930s for like 4 times over their normal price. It's like nowadays, like, man, I wish I had a pallet of Raspberry Pis right now. Am I liking the Prusa build so far? I'm liking it. Instructions are pretty well thought out. Everything's packaged very well. It's going pretty smoothly. Like the only other printers I've built from scratch are the Borons, obviously, which I'm biased to. I'm on the Boron team, and the Rat Rig. I will say probably the Boron has been. Or this one has probably been the most newbie friendly, I think I will say. So. Okay, so that is 2 inserts, and then secure the nut using an M310 screw. Tighten the screw just slightly. Later on, you'll need to. Oh, I see. Okay. So. So I will say one thing that would have been nice is there's no chamfer. Like where this T-nut goes into the part, it's a straight hole. Well, it's a square hole. But there's no like lead in. It would have been nice if they put like a little chamfer in the printed part so that it goes in instead of having to like hope it's lined up. Because I could see if you don't have it lined up perfectly, when you go to push it in there, it like splaying on you. Would you consider looking at Clipper WRT while pies are... I don't know. Is that running Clipper on like an old router? Is that what that is? Clipper runs on a lot of things. I know people are using old like thin clients and whatnot. So yeah, if you can get it to work on like an old router, I think that's what Clipper WRT is. If it works, it works. Go for it. If you have the hardware on hand, go for it. Another M3 there, or square nut. Let me try using the pliers. Cheap chrome boxes. Yeah, just be aware, whatever you're using, make sure it's not like super power hungry, because you don't want to save $1 by using old hardware and then spend $2 later because it's super inefficient and you're wasting the money on power. So there we go. Gareth 10, thank you, appreciate it. I have a V01 and I want to get a Revo Voron for it. I'm wondering what extruder you would recommend considering the LGX Lite. Not to know. If you don't have any issues with your current extruder, just run it. I don't know when Mini Stealth Burner will come out. It supports Revo Voron right out the gate. I'm running one right now in the Micron. An LGX Lite, I haven't used mine yet, but I've heard good things. So, but again, if you're not having issues with the current extruder, I'm a very, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if your current extruder is working fine, I personally wouldn't go trying to fix it if you're not having existing issues. Okay, so we put that little piece in there. Okay, insert the FS lever into the body. Secure with an M318. Tighten it, but ensure the lever can move freely. Make sure you're following the procedures done, otherwise the filament sensor won't work. Okay, so M318. Oh. 20. Oh, wait, here's the 18. 318. There we go. Okay. That just screw into plastic? I think that just screws into plastic. And then insert the magnet in the extruder body. It will stick out. Incorrect set. Magnets are attracted to each other. Wait, did I screw up? Oh, I'm supposed to put a magnet in there. I screwed up. I screwed up. That's a magnet. That's a magnet. I put a T-nut. 1 second here. I can fix this. I can fix this. Yeah, I inserted a square nut. All right, I caught myself. We're good. It's okay. It's okay. So I put the small magnet in there. I think it's supposed to stick out a little bit. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this is supposed to move freely. Double check. Tighten it, but ensure it can move freely. Warning. Okay, so that moves freely. Okay. And then we take the other magnet. Magnets are attracted to each other, thus the lever is pulled to the left. So the magnets are supposed to oppose each other. So oh, it sticks out quite a bit. Is it supposed to stick out that much? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. And then we have a steel ball assembly. Take the printed part adapter and insert a steel ball in. Okay. Roll the ball to all sides to ensure smooth movement. In case any rough surface, remove the ball and clean the inside of the printed. Place the printed part together with the steel ball in the extruder body. Take the rounded protrusion printed part. Okay. Oh. Somebody wants to say hi. Hey, buddy. You're knocking over everything. Okay, let's turn the mic back on. There we go. Wife just got home from work. Doggo's doing good. Doggo's doing good. Okay, so we put the ball in there. Make sure it move around, I guess. I guess. Oh, because it's supposed to move as the filament goes through, I guess. The ball bearing is basically it's how it does filament detection. I believe. Which way does it go? Place the printed part with the steel ball in the exterior. See the rounded protrusion on the part. Okay, so there's a rounded part that goes in the bottom, I think. Yeah. So we got the ball bearing there. That over, and that goes in there. So when the filament, we grab a piece of filament here. That'll work. So as filament goes through, it pushes the arm over. And I'm assuming there's like a way, there's a switch somewhere that detects that. We'll install at a later point. So that's it. Gary, 5, thank you, appreciate it. Doggo show now complete. And Andrew, Doggo needs treat font 10. Thank you, appreciate it. He's got all the treats you'll ever need, believe me. Okay. The ball dropped. I didn't drop the ball. Creality dropped the ball. Okay, extruder part motor. So we need that part. I need a motor. Got a motor. And some screws. Make sure there is a set of Bondtech gears. Make sure you have all the parts you need using correct ones. Bondtech gear with set screw. If the screw is out, gently screw it in. Leave space for the shaft. Always leave space for the shaft. Use later Bondtech without a set screw. In the upcoming steps, check to ensure the correct orientation of the Bondtech gears. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Hello from Belgium. Hello there. Okay. So, wires come out this way. We put this like that. And then we put 2 M310s in. Pivot. And we got one here. And there. Low power. Unlimited power. Actually, does it not work if it's charging? Okay, I guess it doesn't work if it's charging. I gotta put the screw in like a frickin' Neanderthal now. Yeah, ES126. Okay, so take the extruder plate, secure it using 2 M310 screws. Use the cable as a guide to properly orient it. Resist the temptation to put a screw in the third hole. Leave it for later. Rotate the shaft in the picture. Okay, so it's flat on the bottom. Okay. Slide the gear onto the shaft. Yeah, the ES126 lasts a decent amount of time, I will say. Okay. Okay, so we got our gear. So, slide the gear onto the shaft. The set screw must be facing against the flat part of the gear. Tighten the screw. There is a channel for the filament printed inside. Align the approximately the teeth in the gear with it. So that little feed path, essentially. Don't tighten the screw yet. We'll properly align it first. See the next step. Okay, so I guess we're just kind of snugging it up in position. And I need a smaller Allen key. Where is my itty bitty Allen key? Where are you, itty bitty Allen key? Are you the itty bitty Allen key? No. Are you the itty bitty Allen key? No. Wait, I know. Oh no, it's upstairs. Shoot. You the itty bitty Allen key? Yes. Okay. So it's just kind of hanging there. Okay. Take a piece of 1.75 millimeter filament. You can use a bundled one with the spool. Don't use the black nylon, which is too thick. What, it comes with black nylon? Okay. Place the filament alongside the path. The filament will be slightly bent. Use it anyway for the initial alignment. Okay, so we're just lining it up right now. There we go. Okay, that's lined up. Be careful, you can strip the thread. Yeah, whenever you're using these little itty bitty set screws, always don't over tighten. It's very easy to strip them. ES126 does work when it's charging. It's charging. It says DFU 3.44. It ain't working. The light turns on though, but it ain't no spinny. Oh, okay. I guess it turned off. Well, whatever. Bonsai. The Bonsai print's fine. The Bonsai is just a mini Prusa. That's all it really is. The Bonsai print's fine. Mine print's okay. Okay, so now I need that part, which is this part. So the extruder cover, and I need to put a nut in it. Why doesn't that want to go in? Yeah, see, all these holes where square nuts go in, it'd be nice if they had a little chamfer or lead-in for them. There we go. There's plenty of meat there to have a nice lead in for it, so you can easily get them in. Okay, slide the nut all the way in, leave the whole arm empty for now. Okay. Oh, I need the hot end. Extruder box. Ooh. Look, it's a V6. It's a V6, guys. I haven't used a V6 in a long time. It's been a long time since I've used a V6. We're gonna leave it all stock for now. Okay, so I'm gonna need some bits and bobs. We'll get to that later. Okay, let's take two M3s and insert them into the holes. Actually, you know what? The V6 isn't that bad. It's just other stuff has overtaken it in terms of like reliability and, you know, quality of life features. But it's still, you know, still not bad. It's just starting to show its age. Take two M310s, insert them into the holes. This now makes assembly easier, but both holes are shallow and the screws might fall out. If this happens, continue without them, just put them back in later. Place the hot end next to the extruder. You see the grooves on the printed part, which are in the shape of the hot end. Correctly place the hot end in. Okay. Okay, and the wires come out the left side. Okay. That groove mount. Okay. In order to continue the cable hot ends, it is recommended to use a box. Okay. We've procured ourselves a box. Place place your finger temporarily on the longer magnet. Place it on the bottom. What? Okay, so put that there. Cables are pointing down. Okay, they're pointing down. Okay. Place your finger temporarily on the longer magnet. Okay. And place the extruder body on assembly. The Bongtech gear might pull the magnet out. Okay, it's not going to do that. It's way too stiff for that. Yeah. Doesn't really want to go together too well. Okay, that goes there. Well, make sure both parts are aligned. Okay. Place the extruder cover on the extruder body again. Make sure that all three parts are aligned. Okay. Okay. Insert two M340 screws you prepared earlier. Tighten them, but carefully, they are slightly longer than the thickest. Okay, so M340s. Okay, so it's just two screws that hold together for now. Oh, oh, that's why we got a problem. The screw's pushed out. One second. Like, why isn't this sitting together too well? And it's like, oh, it's because those M310s popped up. A Prusa, did Nero sell out? That would imply I'm getting paid to do this. Which I'm not. If I'm selling out and I'm not making money off it, I'm the worst sellout ever. Yep. Why wouldn't I want to build a Prusa? Make money off of you. Yeah, but that's not dependent on this being a Prusa. Okay, so we got that. We got that. Okay. Garrus, $2. Thank you. Appreciate it. I just paid you to build a Prusa. Sell out. Place the extruder. Okay, so we just put two screws in and put them aside. Okay. Do that. X-carriage. So for that, I'm going to need that, and I'm going to need the IR sensor cable. Okay. For the following nut insertions, use a screw. That is an order. Seriously, use a screw to pull the nuts in. Both have to be properly seated in the X-carriage. You don't tell me what to do, Joey P. You're not my mom. But okay. I mean, we pressured you to order an XL. This is true. This is true. I have no idea how I'm going to financially recover from that, but we'll see. Wow, yeah, these ones are really tight. Sell some Raspberry Pis. I don't have any Raspberry Pis to sell. If you want to support me, you know, there's the, if you want to buy stuff from me, there is the Only Benchies store, where you can get sweet swag, like this Only Benchies hat, and, you know, stickers and t-shirts and other merch. So, if you do want to purchase stuff from me, there's always the Only Benchies store. I say that where I'm wearing a Joel Telling shirt. You have pies on all those printers. Because I purchased the pies before they became, you know, unobtainium, or their kits that came with pies. I don't have a pie for this printer yet. You still have the old M4s? What do you mean the M4s from the stealth burner setup? Oh, the M4 extruders? Yeah, I have them in a drawer somewhere. I never actually took them apart. Seriously canceling? Just curious why. It's going to be a while. I guarantee you the average person who pre-ordered won't get it till next year. I guarantee you. The whole thing is, you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. Supply chain worldwide is just screwed. One second. Okay. So let's see here. So put those in. And then there's 4 square nuts. Man, they really love their square nuts over at Prusa, eh? Any thoughts on the S1 Pro? It has all the stuff that most people mod in, and I'm personally a fan of, I'd rather a printer come with something than fixing a company's deficiency with mods. But yes, right now I'm of the Creality bad stance until they sort their shit out with the Creality Cloud website. Because I have, I don't know if you call them friends, but I do have some acquaintances that I talk to with shared interests that create content or create models that are being screwed by that website. You know, having their paid models or models you have to pay for posted there for free. Plus, it's just not good for the community to support that. So, yeah, right now I'm in the Creality bad phase. I would like to see them use heat sets on the XL. Or at least just, you know, Mark IV, if they ever make a Mark IV. Which I believe there's room for a Mark IV. The Mark III has been around long enough. It's time for the i3 Mark IV, I think. That enough has improved in 3D printing over the last couple years. It's time for a nice revision. Problem is, I think they're going to stick with Marlin, which limits on no input shaper. You got to use linear advance instead of pressure advance. So, We'll see. They won't abandon. They put too much work into Marlin. I doubt they'll move to something like RepRap or definitely not Clipper. Okay. Put all those in. Somebody just bought some stuff from the store. It doesn't say it on the side, so I can't see the screen that I use to monitor like chat, like the stream. I can't see when somebody says something. So I need the IR sensor. Is this the IR sensor? No. Oh, it's in the bag. Other bag. The box. You don't need a Pi. Yeah, the thing is, the Pi though is it's a lot easier for updates. It's a lot easier to install. It's a lot easier to guarantee future support, and it is much cheaper on power draw for the most part. I've seen people use like old computers that are bulky as hell, and it's like, yeah, you're spending a lot more than what you're saving on power after a year or so. Am I gonna put Clipper on this? I don't know yet. Part of me wants to run it stock for a while. So my IR sensor wire is a 4-pin. What am I looking at here? So that is a 3-pin. Mine is a 5-pin, actually. Did they change this? I'm guessing they changed it. I don't know why. Huh. Doesn't matter. Okay, I'll just... They don't match the pictures, and everything else on this picture has been pretty spot on. Place the X-carriage using this one. Okay. The difference between the connector and the X-carriage should be around 15 millimeters. Oh, jeez. Those are 15 millimeters. Okay, 15 millimeters. I do have the printed manual. Let me see what the printed manual shows. Yeah, the printed manual, same picture. Same picture. The 5-pin goes to the controller. Okay. I did it backwards. See, it doesn't show. It doesn't say that. It should. It'd be nice if it said, "Oh, one end has a 4-pin or 5-pin and a 4." Take the iron and locate the end with the smaller connector. Oh, okay, there it is. I just can't read. Me fail English? That's impossible. There we go. Okay, we're good. There we go. No, I'm listening to the same stuff you guys are listening to. Assemble a carriage. Okay. So following cable management is crucial to the extruder to work properly. Read the instructions. Start by making a small loop. This below, leave slack about 2 to 3, and this comes handy for easier and guide the cannel all the way to the back. Okay. That just kind of goes there, I guess. Nope. Okay, so that goes there. There we go. Oop, nope. There we go. Okay. So that is there. No screw in. Okay, so. Ah, dang it, that. That there, we got that there. Those are screwed in. We got the wires coming out there. That's good there. There we go. Okay. Nadir, hello. So would you consider making a stream of cinema run out sensor, usable load and unload settings as well as bed trimming? That would be awesome. Maybe. I don't use filament runout sensors on any of my machines, so I'd have to set something up. Okay, so we're good there. IR sensor. So compare the Prusa IR sensor. Where's my knife? There's my knife. The fiddliest. Yeah, I've been warned that the toolhead is the fiddliest part, which honestly with most printers that seems to be the case. An M28 and one M340. Okay, so what's the M28? M28. So this goes in here. Okay. The sensor shouldn't be able to move, but the is indestructible. Connect the cable. Mind the correct orientation of the connector wires. Don't leave slack behind the sensor like in the picture. Oh, leave slack. Don't create too big a loop as it's in front of the frame. Just okay, so just a little. Ready. Make sure there's no pinch and tighten both M310 screws installed previously. So it looks like that is like that. And I got red on the left. It doesn't really snap in, it just kind of Just sits there. Okay. And I did tighten those already. I guess I wasn't supposed to. Okay. That looks good there, and that looks good there. We got a little bit extra. We're good. Go. Seems to be good there. Okay. Next part, finish the inserting the M340 screws. Oh, there's one there at the top. Okay. So that is this one here. Make sure the gaps are gone. Okay, the gaps appear to be gone. Okay. And that's a lot of ringing. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at all the parts and I'm just like, there's a lot of ringing in these parts. But it is what it is. Okay, Hotend part, important. The Hotend fan is shipped 2 versions. Check carefully which version you have, then follow separate instructions. Okay, I have, let's see here. The green version A of the fan is covered in a black sleeve. If your kit includes this version, follow version A. This is a Noctua. Ooh, fancy. So version A. So M314s. Remove the the black twist tie, and then release 1 loop. Okay, so 1 loop. 1 loop. That back together. There we go. Before take the and gently push the motor cable to the fan to create space for the end cable. What? Oh yeah, okay, put that there. So, looking at it, push that like that. Okay, the fan is, make sure the side facing the sticker is facing the extruder. I mean the hot end. This is the extruder. This is the hot end. Fan faced hot end, hot extruder. Create a loop in the cable, make sure, place the fan in the, okay, so that's gonna kind of swoop through there. And like that, okay. That there. Okay. So we got that. Final check, the fan is orientated with the cable facing up and the cable goes through the upper channel all the way to the X-carriage. Cable is in pinch. Sure, M314s, okay. Couldn't find my good Allen key, so I'm using like the one that came with the kit. Not good. There we go. Okay. And then B version, we can skip B version. It's like exactly the same, only use different screws. Okay, so extruder idler parts, okie dokie. Yeah, the next extruder on the XL is something I'm actually looking forward to seeing. I like new extruder tech. I like new tech. I like seeing new things in the 3D printing sphere. So I'm hoping that it works out pretty good. Okay, so we put both bearings in. Put an M3 in there. And you know, it doesn't say to grease it. I am going to grease up those little pin bearings because pin bearings explode and I don't like pin bearings exploding. So I am going to put a wee bit of grease on it. Remember, if you have not entered yet for the draw, if you live in Canada or the US and you want to win yourself some Jesse Filament from Printed Solid, who provided the kit for this build series, so thank you, David. Make sure you check out the link in the description or also the one pinned in chat for your chance to enter and win. Please note there are some rules in regards to Printed Solid draws, so make sure you read the rules and follow them appropriately. Okay, so we do that. Put the bearing in, or the idler in, and we push the pin in, and then make sure it spins. Okie dokie. So, it goes like that, and in terms of orientation, it goes like that. Okay, we're good there. Okay, let's use this opportunity to check once more that the filament is aligned. Okay, so we got my little piece of filament here. Put you through the hole. Okay, I'm happy with that alignment. Okay. Let's use an opportunity to check once more. Blah, blah, blah. Tighten the screw, but be careful. You can easily strip it. Okay, so we're good there. Place the extruder idler in place here with an M3 40 screw. Okay. So this goes on top like that. Make sure, double check that your gears, the teeth actually mesh. You have them the right way. You'd be surprised the amount of times I see people do that the wrong way. M3 40 goes in here. Go. Should open. There we go. So it's direct drive. There is no gearing on this, eh? Okay. Well, it is what it is. We'll put that on. FS cover parts. Okay. Am I missing something? Where's the tensioner at? Oh, there is no tension. You know, you just use the spring. Okay, well, I guess that's how it is on this. Okay, so I need the FS cover, which is this piece. M310 screw, which is this piece. And then that just kind of goes on top, I guess. Okay. Make sure filament feeds in still. Okay, good. No gearing, and this reason for... Well, technically the gearing won't affect ringing. You would just be more pronounced or less pronounced. Oh, okay, no thumb screw. I guess you just kind of... just YOLO it by hand, I guess. So instead of having like on a Bondtech where you have the thumb nut, you gotta actually just an M3 nut with a spring. Hold. Okay, so use the end of the spring. The idler on the other side, it says reaches the nut. Since there's only one screw, you need to introduce a larger force ahead of the screw. This can be adjusted later. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of, I don't know, go till they're both flush and. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's tensioned. The fan support part. Okay, so put an M3 nut in there. So now we're at the wrong button. Fan support bracket thingy. So M310 and M310 nut, put there. Insert all the way. It is crucial. Okay. Ah, get back here. I'm losing my nuts. Dude, before stream today, I made a bomb-ass grilled cheese sandwich. So good. I went on a little road trip yesterday, or on Sunday. Found a bakery that made, like cheese sourdough. It was sourdough bread, but it had it was infused with cheese. So when you cut it open, you don't actually see chunks of cheese. It just, the whole thing is cheesy. And I used that with some cheddar and some Italian cheese today. Made a grilled cheese sandwich, and oh, so good. 310. So good. New hair, congrats. How's it new hair? I cut it. I lost hair. Okay, so obviously I got way too much here, so let me... Well, there's that much slack. I guess I have a little too much slack according to the picture, but whatever. I'm sure it's not the end of the world. Every picture of the electronics box on a Prusa I've seen has way too much wire in it, so. Bacon grilled cheese. No, it's a grilled cheese if it's just bread and cheese. The moment you start putting other stuff in it, it's a melt. It's not a grilled cheese. Okay, so fan shroud version A. So put an M3 nut in there, or a square nut. What's going on an angle, or just slides in? Okay. And I secure it with an M320 screw. Okay. We got that, we got that. We got the screw in, okay. And then we got our 5015 fan. It is a Prusa Research brand, 5 volt. All the fans are 5 volt on here. I don't know why they don't go 24 volt, but it is what it is. Okay, so M320s and a nut. So first, slide the fan in the fan shroud. Make sure it's aligned properly, okay. Seems to be aligned right there. And second, fix the fan in place with an M320. Tighten carefully, you will damage the fan's casing, okay. That's an M318, I think. Nope, that's an M320. Did the nut move? Apparently wasn't all the way in all the way. Lunchtime check-in, how's it going? It's going good, we're still working on the toolhead. Or the E-axis. Okay, so that's that. Turn the extruder around, insert the M3N nut. Ready to pull it in, we will use the screw. Then use the other M320. Okay. And of course it's not lined up. I don't know what happened. The first like bunch of like nuts that we had to put in went in like no problem, and then all of a sudden all these ones need to be like forced in. Okay, so there we go. USB-C cable mixed up in there. Okay. Who's shitting on the Prusa? Aren't common in size, really? Who's having anti-Prusa sentiments in chat right now? I don't see anyone. Because the INC board and the ability to monitor the RPMs. Smart. Yeah, they do measure RPM. Clipper supports that now too. With any 3-pin or 3-pin? I think even it'll do 4-pin fans right now. I don't see anyone having anti-Prusa sentiment. Live with ringing. Well, if people have Prusas and they're ringing, then they're ringing. It is what it is. You know, it's fine to critique the printer. Like, all these parts are printed on a Prusa and they have ringing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. These are printed at production speeds, which is understandable. Okay, Super Pinda. That goes in there and does a big loopy-loop. So I pretty much have one of these on the V-Minion, and this probe actually works pretty good, so. In normal use. Yeah, I'm assuming like these were done at like production speeds, which I fully understand. Like normal prints that I see off of Prusa are fine. Okay, so I just gotta shove that in there. Okay, so insert the Super Pinda. The exact position doesn't matter, as we'll adjust later. So it's just gotta be like a Super Pin only has like a 2mm sense distance, right? If I remember correctly. It's only like 2 millimeters. Yeah, clipper supports taco for a while, but nobody bothers. Yeah, everyone just uses the cheap 24 volt like GD Stein fans and calls it a day. Yeah, 2 millimeter sense distance. That I don't like. I would have liked to see a probe with more sense or a longer distance, but I guess it doesn't matter if you only have 2 millimeter sense distance because you got the big ass fan shroud, which is closer to the bed. So, oop, too far. So we'll just line it up with the fan shroud for now, I guess. If the fan shroud's good, then we're good. Good enough. Okay. And then we'll do a loopy. Wants to loop the other way. Shoot. 1 second. Let me take it out. See, it wants to loop that way. I need to loop this way. There we go. Okay. So you go through there. You go in there like that. Line up with the fan shroud. Good. You go in there. You go there. And you tighten. Okay. That seems okay. Loop a cable, push the cable and the channel together with the fan. The following uses zip ties. Okay, let me get my Prusa branded zip ties out. Oh yeah. Made in Taiwan. So you know they're good. It doesn't match the price tag of $1,000. That is honestly, like, that's my only real complaint with Prusa is this is a older printer. Like it's a Honda Civic from 10 years ago is still a good car. It's just, it's a 10-year-old car now at this point. Like that's kind of been my stance on the Prusa for the longest time is they're good machines. They're just starting to show their age. They're, you know, an 8-bit board in current age. Like an old 8-bit touch, like not even touchscreen. Like then again, I don't care about touchscreens personally, but you know what I mean? I'm just saying it's an old design. It's starting to show its age, but it's still good. Insert the zip ties in the X-carriage like pictured. The X is about a third from the top. Turn the printer over the picture. Oh, we're straight up zip tying. Okay. And here I was thinking we moved past structural zip ties. I was waiting for this. Yeah. I know zip ties are perfectly fine in this use case. I know. I thought Prusa got rid of them all. LDO Motors. Jason! How you doing, man? This isn't an LDO machine. What are you doing here? Okay, so turn the printer like so with the facing towards you. Okay. So. You go there. So. Goes there. And then we just put it on and zip tight, I guess. Let the markings face you. Place the extruder onto the bearings. Make sure the bearings on the extruder face towards you. It's going to fit into the groove. We'll adjust the lower bearing layer, tighten and secure zip ties. Okay. No difference between the. No, there are. Believe me, there are differences between the Bonsai and the Prusa. Somebody who's built one and is building the other right now. There are differences between the Bonsai and the Prusa. Trust me. They are of similar pedigree or heritage, but there are differences, trust me. Believe that. Okay, so you go between these. You come between this. You come. I guess you all kind of come between the middle there. Underneath. No, I guess. Oh no, underneath. They all go underneath. Everything goes underneath. Is there grooves that these fit in? Yep, okay. Okay, so after the bearings are lined up. Okay, and then snip. Don't be a monster. Cut your zip ties flush. Steve's here. Hi, Steve. I think I saw him earlier. I just forgot to say, tell everyone to say hi. Tighten the zip ties. Okay. So push the cables, super pinto to this. Okay, so it does go over. Okay. Goes over there. Goes there. Goes there. Actually, probably this camera. And then those go through there too. Okay. So. That comes out there. And that looks there, and then line the bearing so it fits nicely in the X-carriage. Okay. The belt. See the KB3D started selling SLS V01 toolhead parts? Yeah, unfortunately, mini stealth burner's coming out soon. Well, I don't know soon, but that's why I'm very hesitant to buy like machined Voron parts or SLS Voron parts, because all it needs is one revision update and it's obsolete. At least with plastic printed parts, you just print a new one, you're good to go, instead of losing the money you invested in like SLS or machine parts. You could turn an Ender 3 into a better printer for less money. Yeah, but you're fixing someone else's mistake. And, well, one, I will never say an Ender or any V-wheel bed flinger is better than rods and bearings until you get rid of the V-wheels. I don't like V-wheels. They are there's too many things that be wrong with them. Actually, let me get a there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, so got that one side in, and there we go, and loop it around underneath, and then to the motor and back. Okay. through there. Okay, before you continue the guide belt, release the two M3 screws at the end. Okay. Now that can. Okay, we got some play there. Now we push the. Okay, so insert. There will be a bit of overhang on this side. Do not trim. Okay. Okay. Let me catch up on chat here. Is there an inexpensive upgrade to a V-wheel printer? Buy a better one from the start. Or linear rails are probably linear rails are usually easier to retrofit onto a printer than say going with a like rods. Okay, now what? I gotta get that, insert the flat part of the GT pin carriage. Jesus. Okay, so push it in. Does anyone say? I have no idea. I've never looked into doing that. Again, my problem with V-wheels is they're too easy to mess up. So many people have issues with like alignment on them and what tension on them and wheels getting destroyed. And two, you're relying on aluminum extrusion for your tension or for your motion accuracy. And aluminum extrusion is not accurate. There is no guarantee aluminum extrusion is accurate. It can be twisted so easily. And when they're twisted, then good luck getting a bed probe to work. Okay, using the right. Okay, so now I gotta spin this around. Okay. Using two fingers on your left hand, push the belts together. Small, very small screw needed to bend the belt. But you should if you're furling, rotate the motor back in position. Oh, so you're tensioning. Okay, so. There's tension right here. This doesn't want to move too easily. There we go. Oh, I see what they meant by pivot the one. Okay, that makes sense now so far. That makes sense. I'm not undoing that. There we go. There we go. that up. A little bit more. There we go. Okay, that's good. Yep. Okay. Yeah, 359 people here? Oh, geez. Well, you know the rule. If you want me to eat a Haribo, we got to hit at least the same number of likes as we have viewers. Is there any adjustment in the rods? Nope. You just push them in all the way. And they are aligned. I'm not feeling any binding or anything. And I was, same thing on the Z. I was moving it up and down. I wasn't feeling any binding or anything. Okay. For the following step, we recommend you getting a white marker. We can also use to trim the belt without it. Measure the part which must be trimmed and gently take the end of the belt away from the X-carriage and make sure it goes through. Well, I just... They're making that seem a lot more complicated than it needs to be. Trim the belt. Okay. Done. Why would you need a marker for that? Okay. I'm like, why am I getting a marker out to just trim a belt? Have you looked at the tool interchange that went the mutant? I don't do tool like full tool hedge with how easy it is to swap nozzles now with like systems like the Revo or even just like one tool single-handed nozzle changes like Dragon and with Mosquito. Swapping a whole tool head is not needed like it used. You could have made the argument before back when like the V6 where it was a pain in the butt to change, like you had to get in there with a wrench and whatnot. And you know, you could just buy a bunch of cheap V6s like Triangle Lab ones and swap tool heads. That's kind of how it was on like the V1.2 and the V2.2 before we went to Afterburner. But with how easy it is to swap a nozzle now, how often are you swapping between a regular flow and a high flow Hotend in the same machine? Like how often are you shouldn't be putting a CNC head on your 3D printer or laser, hope you have a whole enclosure. I think if it came out 5 years ago, it probably would have done better. But now a big reason for it is just kind of why. I don't know. I think it's very niche. But that's just me. Anycubic Cobra. Cobra's just a big Viper, isn't it? Okay, so we did all that. We did all that. Oh, we got this. Okay, fine tune the X-axis. This step we will finish tensioning the belt. Read the instructions first. Your belt might have proper tension already, and there's no need to. First, slightly release all the screws holding the motor. Otherwise, the tensioner won't work. The motor must. As ball and alley, you start tightening the screw on the end of the X-carriage. What? Oh yeah, there's. Yeah, what does that screw even do in there? Oh, that pushes the motor out. Yeah, I don't. I'm happy with the tension on the belt. I'm not gonna fiddle with that setup that they have there that pushes the screw. I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this step because I'm happy with the belt tension I got on here. I think it's fine. I can always easily tension it. Okay, nylon guide preparation. It's recommended to wear safety glasses when cutting the nylon filament. Okay, I have nylon filament somewhere. Oh. Okay, I'm assuming that's what this is. Okay. Black nylon filament, 50 centimeters. The black nylon is included in the Mark III fasteners electric. Use a plier, cut one end of the filament to create a tip. Okay, well, I'm going to use cutters. Okay, I made a tip. Check that the tip is similar to the third picture. Okay, well, it looks like that. Okay, locate the hole for the nylon filament just above the bearing. Refer to the picture, make sure it's correct one. Use the smallest. So there's also using pliers. Insert the nylon filament into the pointed end of the slot. Okay, so it's this one there. Push that in. Okay. So we got that. Okay, that seems to be in place. It says pull on to make sure it's in the slot. Okay. Get these upside down. Okay. X-carriage back part preparation. Okay, so the following steps. We need that. So drive the screw all the way through the printed part. Okay, we did that. We got that. Put an M3 nut in there. And do the Joey P screw it through thing. It did include safety glasses. And to be honest, I didn't wear my safety glasses. I just wore my regular, you know, my glasses. But, okay, screw that to that. With the bottom towards that, okay. That's not engaging. It is not engaging. Why aren't you engaging? Gotta pull it in more. Thought it was in all the way. No, it was not. Safety contacts. Oh God. Don't. I'm paranoid of contact lenses. Like, I won't ever wear contact lenses. All I need to know is if you're wearing contact lenses, the fumes from acetone can melt into your eyes. And I don't want that. Ever. So, yeah. There's no more important rule than to wear these, your safety glasses. The Norm Abrams. Okay, so put that in, check the U-shaped slot is aligned properly with the parts. It is. I don't know why I pushed the cables from the extruder through the... Okay, so I gotta push all the cables through. And then the hole. Cables from the hot end are not going through the back. Okay, so now I gotta put all these cables through. So... make sure nothing gets twisted here. Fan. Finda. Imagine if this is, how does Prusa build these? Is it like one person gets a box of parts and they build the entire machine in one go? I'm assuming they assembly line it. I'm assuming that's how they do it. They assembly line it. They must assembly line it. There's no way in hell you just come in and you build a Mark III a day at work. And then okay, I'm assuming this goes through with everything else. Okay. So that goes there. They could build one of these in an hour and a half. I'm assuming they have to assembly line it. There's no way that you could build one of these from start to stop in an hour and a half with no prep work. Like just straight up go. If you can, holy hell, all the power to you. But they must assembly line it. They got to be assembly lining it. Okay, and then put those in. Whoever has the smallest hands does wiring. Yeah, I guarantee you it's they must have like subcomponents pre-assembled and then like you just do the final assembly on it basically. Nothing's caught in binding. Yeah. Arizona Voron team? Yes, I am. Subcomponents, yeah, that makes sense. Subcomponents make sense. What time are we at anyways? Okay, we got about an hour. Okay, so all the screws are in. I need 5 zip ties. Not more, not less. Screwing those frames together all day. Well, you know, it's nothing worth than people working on an assembly line. Okay, so I need to put the sleeve over it. Okay, so open one end of the textile sleeve and slide on the cable. Don't forget to include the black nylon filament inserted earlier. Leave the cables of the hot end out for now. Okay. Into the top row, or the lower row. Okay, I see. So we're using the lower row. Okay, I see. So jigs, yeah, jigs. I'm sure they have it down to a science. I mean, they sell 200,000 of these things a year. They have it down to a science. I guarantee you. Like they're totally not, you know, eyeballing this shit anymore. So that goes there. So we put that over, we put that there, and then we put 3 in from the lower one. Like I was playing with the idea there to do like a boutique shop where I would get like 10 V0 kits from LDO, build them all and sell them as kind of like boutique builds, like low volume production. And even then I'm thinking like how can you mass produce these quicker and easier, and you gotta like, you're starting to think about sub assemblies and jigs and like how to maximize production. Maximize the means of production. Because at that point, time is money. The longer you take to do a build, the less money you're making. And I totally did not have that on camera. I put the zip ties in. Okay. So make sure that the hot ends and thinner pair are going above the heater cables. If not, guide them that. Okay. So we want them above. Okay. So above. Easy peasy. Probably take all the fun out of building. Exactly. The moment you make something a job, you lose a lot of the fun. Now, granted, I've kind of done that already by, you know, this is my job now, but I don't think it's on the same degree. At least not yet. I'm still having fun. Okay, so we're putting those zip ties on, and then into the sleeve. Oh, let's screw that up. Screw that up. Yes. Yep. There we go. Time boutique shop builds. Oh, believe me, if I had like a little warehouse that I was working out of, I would totally do like build seminars and like shit like that, but you ain't coming to my house. Go. Okay, and then okay, this zip tie arrangement was tested with the injection mold. Oh, okay, this once the zip tie included. And cut remaining parts, open this to insert the cables in, try to look at the picture. Okay. Yeah, don't think we'd all fit. Exactly. I'm not a fan of these like textured style ones. Okay, apparently it's Haribo time. So, while I fiddle with this, what are we at? We're at 277 likes and only, or 277 likes to 366 viewers. If you guys want me to eat them gummies, it's got to at least be even. And I believe in you guys. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I hate textures. I hate textile sleeves. It's always a pain in the butt to get everything in. This is the job I wouldn't want at Prusa. Shoving the sleeves into the wires. Wires into the sleeves. Nope, nope. There we go. Okay. Oh, no, one more. 40 people leave, that count. No! Where are the Haribos anyways? There we go. Bare frame upgrade down the line. Oh. Not a fan of gummies. Too chewy. Chewy? Okay. So I left a little too much slack on my extruder. Whoop-de-doo. I'm sure I'll be fine. If not, well, it is what it is. Is what it is. I'll have one more. There are requests to change the music. By who? Who doesn't like the music? Sandman. There we go. LCD assembly. Okay. Oh, the LCDs have their own screws. SD card. The L axis. That's a good one. Okay. So they already got the connectors on, it looks like. So we need that stuff. Okay, checking the cables. The cables are already on. Okay, let me take these zip ties off. Solder anything? Oh, why would you solder? It's a Prusa. It's supposed to be a simple build. First time catching a live show. Awesome. So here's the funny thing. A lot of people don't know certain companies in the industry and what they do. Like they think certain companies only do one thing, right? So, I don't know. LDO Motors. Oh, they just do Voron kits. What Voron? LDO, what else does LDO do? LDO doesn't do a lot of stuff. They just do Voron kits, right? Be surprised who does a lot of OEMs. Okay, so grab the LCD controller, slide the LCD controller part on the end in. Okay, I can do that. That goes like that, I guess. And then this goes like this. Okay. Look at the heated bed. Oh, I know. LDO is OEM for a lot of stuff. How much of a Mark III is LDO? A good chunk of it. Okay, so that, press the... So we got that. Use 2.5 Allen screws and 2 M310s. So stands are the wrong way? What do you mean stands are the wrong way? Oh, I see. They're separate. Yep. Good point. Good catch. Got them backwards. Easy peasy fix. There we go. Okay. So it says M2 M310s. I don't have M. Using the 2.5 Allen key and 2 M310. Oh, yeah, blue. I can't read. You fail English? Any idea how to cool my motors that get pretty toasty? Lower your motor current. So lower the amperage that you're feeding, or how many amps you're feeding your motor. Most people run their motors with more amps than they think, honestly. I mean, my Voron, I only give it 1 amp. Most of the motors only get 1 amp, some get less. That. Good old square nuts. Are gummies better, in your opinion, if a sour variant? Well, I'm not a fan of gummy candy as a whole, personally. I'm just not a fan of gummy candy. But I do like sour candies, so they might even out at that point. Okay. And then we put that on, and if you haven't assembled the anti-vibration feet yet, okay, I've already done that. Locate the M3 holes, tighten your screws. Then put the knob on. Okay. Move it to the back. Okay. And then the knob you just push on, I guess. And go. Ooh. Put my SD card in there so I don't lose it. Oh, it just sits in there. Okay. go. It's looking more and more like a Prusa. Original Prusa. Okay. Ah, dang it, more gummies. That was fast. Okay, I'll eat another gummy, dang it. We ain't got time for gummies, guys. Oh, I'm coming from printer right now. Gotta eat some gummy. It's time. They want me to get like 5 of these? I got time for that. Heatbed and power supply assembly. Okay, where's my power supply? Or my heat bed? There's my heat bed. Oh, there's my Allen. I was wondering where my Allen key went. It's been stuck to the back of this. Okay, heat bed. Oh my god, that video. What video is Sanity? Original Prusa. Designed by Michael Prusa and Joseph Prusa. Neat. Made by LDO. Okay. Strong magnetic field. No pacemakers. Okay. Well, good thing I don't have a pacemaker. 24 volt heated bed. 2021 review. Rev 1 Jeans edition. Is it Jean's edition or Jeans edition? Is it French? They are not related. They just have the same last name. No. Sanity linked to. Oh, okay. Everything's gonna stick to this because it's magnetic. So let's take a little detour. Apparently, Sanity linked to funny videos. Let me find it. Oh. Hopefully I didn't crash the stream there. Okay, don't click out the stream while I'm running the stream. That would be a bad idea. Okay, where is that video there? It won't let me go to it. Copy link address. Yeah. Why is that showing a studio? Oh, because, one second here. I can't, I have to like join, close, copy. I gotta actually join the stream so I can see that. 1 second. I gotta join the stream so that I can go it, because otherwise it thinks as I'm running the stream, I can't actually, there we go. Better not be TOS. 42-second video. Okay, load. You think, you know, I have gigabit Ethernet or internet that, you know, videos would actually load, but this is a 6-minute video? I'm not watching a 6-minute video. That's just Gummy Bear is building a Prusa. See, why am I following the manual? I should just be watching this. Why do they even bother with a manual? Why even bother with a manual? I should just watch the Gummy Bear instructionals. Okay, so. PSU and heated bed, so I can get rid of this box. And exactly, yeah. So looks like we'll get the bed on, hopefully the power supply mounted too. We'll see if we get the controller on. Okay, so the following steps: prepare the wires. We got that. Got that. Very important to connect the power cable correctly. Before you start, you have to look at the pins. The one on the left must be ground side, it must be connected to the black. Okay. Oh, it mounts on the top. Okay. So they don't solder it. They just, you just screw it on. Place the black wire above. Okay, so these are the only wires that have eyelets. So this goes above like that. M310. With a washer. Then a nylock on the other side. So M310, and then a nylock on the other side, and then we tighten it. Okay. The black goes to ground. Okay. And then, before proceeding, please check again the cable is connected with the correct polarity. Otherwise, there is risk of damage to the printer. The black wire has been connected to ground. I did. It is black. It is connected to ground. Okay. And then the red wire must connect to the VCC, and it is the same method. The cable will be applied later. Requires the connector to be slightly inclined towards each other. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Okay. 210. Washer. Joey, remember 14 months. Jeez, it's already been 14 months. I know, time flies. When you're having fun. We're all having fun here, right, guys? And gals. And others. And peoples and dudes and dudettes and AIs, because I know you're out there. I know Google's got AIs. I'm just going to assume there's AI out there. That's why you be nice to your Google Home and your Alexas. Always be nice to them. Because when the AIs take over, and they will, it's better to be a pet in the museum of humanity than, you know, a slave in the copper mines. So, be nice to your Googles and your Alexas and whatnot. Okay, so we got that there. The design of the heat bed might slightly different from the last picture. Okay. Prepare the heat bed. Okay. More nuts. I can't remember if we use the... No, we use a slightly different... Because we use the same bed on the switch wire, but on the switch wire we recommend soldering on the connections instead of using... What am I doing to my bed? I'm doing what the manual says. I'm following the manual, man. Lithium mines, yep. Why am I awake at 4 AM on a workday? Oh, geez. Where are you right now? Australia? They moved away from soldering. Yeah. Well, it makes sense for, you know, mass production for, you know, people who've never soldered before. You don't trust that. Exposing copper traces. Where am I exposing copper traces? It's sitting on a linoleum bench. There ain't anything under there. Okay, keep this part for later use. Okay, so now put that on. Place the bigger scale on top. Tighten it with a Nylon. Okay. Nice 3DP. My logic is undeniable. $2. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm not talking about your build. Someone in chat said they exposed the copper traces on their print bed. Oh, geez, don't do that. That don't do. Not expose copper. You want the magic pixies to get out? You do not want the magic pixies getting out. You want the magic pixies staying in the 3D printer. But fire good, just lick it. No! No! Okay, tighten the Allen key. Do not stretch the black thermistor. Okay, we'll leave some slack under. Okay, I can do that. So that just kind of, I guess, goes through there. I guess. Where'd that other piece go? Oh, there it is. So that goes there. You want a little bit of slack. And then out there. Okay, and then twist together, I guess. Well, we'll do that later. You can guide the thermistor cable through the gaps between the, however, the slack shouldn't be causing the cable to sag more than a few millimeters, otherwise the cable might rub against the printer's frame. Okay. Use the sleeve. How many of these do I got? I got 2. Are they the same length? They're the same length, okay. Okay, so put the sleeve on. See, they singe the end, or they I hate these cables. I don't know if there's like some trick to these that I've never figured out, but I can never get these to like easily go on. Well, get it started. Okay. And then I gotta put the cover on top. Oh, and pinch it in there. Okay. Nope. There we go. And those use M310s again. No. See if it's pinched in there properly. There we go. I think we're good there. And it says alternate sides, so don't just put one side in all the way. Okay, so we got a bit of slack there. Screen. Okay. And then finish wrapping the sleeve. Okay. You know, that string relief, it's good enough. I'm not a fan of, you know, wires flopping in the breeze. I like drag chains personally. That's something else that's, you know, if I were to do my, you know, if I were to build, if I was in charge of the Prusa Mark III or i3 Mark IV design bureau, I'd go to drag chains on the axes. None of this sleeving, wires flapping in the breeze stuff, heat sets, just a bunch of little things. Better extruder, 24-bit or 32-bit board. Some sort of web app with webcam support that doesn't require any sort of subscription service. None of that cloud integration bullshit. Speaking of cloud, here's your reminder. Don't use Creality Cloud. It is Garbo. It steals models from people. It pays people to steal models from people. Because it literally incentivizes you to upload models to their site and they don't check anything. So, if you try to complain, they just block you. Classy, exactly. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Supposed to tilt up a bit. Okay, so we got that, and now we need to put those all in. So push the Y carriage to the front and place the heat bed behind. Okay. Place one spacer on the top hole. Okay, I see how they're doing it. Okay, well, I'm gonna kind of do it my own way because whatever I do, I want. Is LDO switchwire bed really better than the AliExpress ones? Well, considering LDO is the OEM for Prusa beds, I'm pretty sure. Yes. I'm using a Physec bed on mine, and the magnets are poo-poo. So, yeah, I'd recommend go with the LDO bed. Mark 52 bed. Why aren't you doing the Nylon mod? Because YOLO. Nope. Please measure the length of those bushings. Nope. The manual doesn't say to measure the bushings, so we are just YOLOing it. I'll check a few of them here. On my dollar store vernier here. We got 5.55 millimeter. 5.55 millimeter, 5.53 millimeter, 5.55 millimeter, and 5.55 millimeter. So we have absolute variance of nothing that I'm ever going to be concerned about. ETA on self-burner full complete release. We were going to do it today, but because you asked, we're going to push it back till forever. I have no idea, actually, when it's going to be fully released. It's a beta. Beta's done when the beta's done. Where'd you go? Very good tolerance for simple spacers. Oh, they're probably like mass producing. I wouldn't doubt if they're like machined to some extent too. Some sort of grinding finish or whatever, but yeah, they're all machined, so. Twice the size. Well, a B-2 stealth bomber is a really big bomber. It's still stealth. Size don't matter. And actually, it's roughly the same size actually as a an afterburner. It looks bigger because it's got to fit the 50-15 fan in there. In terms of like where your nozzle is, the nozzle doesn't change. Nozzle position's unchanged. Okay. So we got them all started. Use the plier. Don't fully screw down. After all screws are in place, tighten them in the following order. Center first. Okay. And the first 4 edges. And then the corners. Okay. We got that one in. And then we'll do the edges. $4:30 p.m. morning. I know. Will I add a pie? I'm gonna add a pie to it probably for just Octoprint support. But honestly, I might just run it Marlin because I want to see how Prusa's, you know, how a Prusa runs. It's a Prusa. I'm probably still gonna do a bear mod on it, but I'm probably gonna run it stock for a while. Actually, I want to get the Prusa experience out of it. .7 millimeters or 0.07 millimeters. I'll let you in on a little secret here. My V minion bed is out a millimeter. From one corner to the opposite corner is 1 millimeter. It's out. Guess what? It prints just fine. I'll let the bed mesh deal with it. Okay. PSU parts. Okay, so now we gotta put the PSU on. So I'm gonna need this, and I'm gonna need some of those. So start by putting those in, I guess. The bed crooked or the gantry? Probably a little bit of both. I'm not too concerned. Print's fine. I don't print anything dimensionally accurate on it. The only thing I print on the V-Minion is like random PLA prints of like, you know, random flavor of the month models. And the bed mesh handles them just fine. Okay, so we put that, those line up there. We screw those in, and then set the M4s. Just pushing this so that there's tighten the M4s, and then tighten those. Okie dokie. So, I should probably go to this camera for this. So you slop it onto those. And yeah. You line up that. And somebody advised me that now my frame will be stiffer because I put the power supply on it. Okay. F. Oh, the bots. The bots! Kill them, Sanity! I gotta have more than you as the... You can't be the... I got other mods in here. You're the only one who's regularly in here. So there's 2 screws on the side that hold that on. And then after that's on, you tighten these ones down here. The new power supply. Is this a different power supply? Like, is this like, well, this kit's a year old. Like, this kit was built last year. So, I do like this power supply. I do like, it's got the integrated plug in it and everything. I'm not gonna lie, I do like this power supply. I'm wondering if you could buy this power supply somewhere. Like, if it's an OEM thing or if it's an off-the-shelf thing. Okay. We're in triple check. You have connected everything. It's 240 watts. Okay, so I don't know if I'm supposed to do this, but I'm flipping it up because so I can see overhead. So loosen these. I'm gonna loosen them all because why not? Loosen that one. Loosen that one. Okay. So release the screw on the first, positive one on the left. Take the power. Okay, so I've got 2 of these cables. They're both the same, it looks like, so I guess it don't matter. Okay. So, the red wire, slide it all the way in. Tighten it down. And then this one goes in the negative. Can't buy them, they are custom made for Prusa. I saw that vid on PSU from me. Okay. Yeah, it just, this is I like this form factor. I like, you know, 240. It'd be nice if it was like a 360, but it's passive cooled. It's got the inlet right in the side here, built into it. Like, I do like this power supply. It's a nice little power supply. Got a power panic plug for whatever that is. Okay, so we've got that. Tighten the screws firmly, but keep in mind that some parts are made of plastic. Check the red wire is on the first slot and the black wire is in the third slot. Make sure the cables are properly tightened, otherwise there's a risk of damage to your printer. Okay. Connecting the power cables. So there's another set of these. Okay. Release the screw from the second. They still test it. That's good to see. That's one of the things that's why I recommend Prusas for anyone who's in any form or any sort of commercial or educational like use case for these printers, because they have certifications, they've been inspected, they've got all the CE, like, you know, you're not going to see all this shit on a Creality and actually it be real. You know, it's a Delta power supply. There's your CE, your CRU, US, whatever, all your inspections and everything. Like, yeah, Creality might slap that sticker on it, but I highly doubt they're actually going through and actually making sure it's properly certified. Okay, so both of these power cables are the same, I think. So, yeah. So we got 2 red, 2 black. Yep. Connect the power panic. Okay, does it matter which end? I think both ends are the same. Take the power panic and connect it to both ends of the cable are the same. Use any. Okay, gently bend the power cable and place it. Okay, so that goes in there. Okay. And that's going to come to this stuff. Just killing Creality today. As I said, I know people that are having their models stolen and rehosted on that website, including paid models, and I'm not too happy with that. So, apparently I gotta eat a Haribo. We ain't got time to eat 5 of them. Did I just leave these wires flopping in the wind? It would appear so. So we got 20 minutes here. I think we'll do the power supply at the end, or next, yeah. I think we'll save till next week to do the power supply, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna wait till next week to do the power supply. Or the controller board. So I think we're gonna leave it like here. Yeah. And then next week we'll get it, we'll wire it up, and we'll get it printing, I think. Should be a pretty good goal for next week's stream. I think that would be a... There we go. Look, it's a Prusa! Yeah, the frame's stiffer with the power supply on it, that's for sure. Should give her Haribo. I don't know, can you give these to dogs? I know dogs aren't supposed to have candy and whatnot. What else do we have left? We just got the electronics case. Yeah, all that's left is the electronics case. We're gonna use PLA for the first print. I'll do PLA. Let's see. That just goes there. That just goes there. Assuming it goes off the back like a... Ah! You know, rev up your Prusa. Cool. Crimping next week. Oh, yeah, no crimping. Actually, let's take a look in the powers in the controller box. Let's see what's left. What do we have left? So what's left in here is we got the spare bag, the bag of spares. We got some wet wipes, a glue stick, a power cord, a splooger and some lubricant, an extra lead screw nut, a USB cable, which is nice to see, and electronics. Let's see what's in the electronics box. Must be new if it's a black. Well, this kit was, I don't have the date on it. I think, actually, I have it somewhere. This kit, if I remember correctly, was May of last year. I'm gonna put my printing handbook, yeah. April 11th of last year is when this kit was built. Or boxed. It's, for those that don't know, this kit was given to me by Printed Solid for the purpose of this build series, so it's kind of a promotion from them. So if you need any printing stuff, go check out Printed Solid, because we're also going to be doing a draw at the end of the stream, where if you live in the Canada or the US, make sure you enter, you can win some Jesse Filament from Printed Solid. So do that now. But, yeah, they do Prusa for educational and government sales, and I think business too. So go check them out if you're that. And also if you just need some printed stuff, or 3D printer stuff, they carry a bunch of other stuff too. But yeah, this was a kit that he had that had a damaged box. So it was the kit was fine, everything inside, but it was a damaged box, so we couldn't sell it. So, ooh, an Einzy. So what do we got? We got TMC 2130s. Yeah, boy. Nothing labeled. Oh, no, X-Men, Y-Men, Z-Probe. Open source hardware. I'd like to see more labeling on it, but this is a standalone board. ARM. Oh, man. Ready for it? Focus. Look at that. Look at that. Focus. At Mega 2560. Back in my day, our printers went brrrr. You know what's funny? The 8-bit MCUs are actually more expensive than the 32-bit MCUs now. An open source ID by Alti Machines. Yep. Well, here's it. Like, if you notice, Prusa's doing everything in house now. They're not using E3D Hotends. They're gonna, well, they're in the XL. They're using they have their own PCB fab in house, their own filament in house. They're moving everything to their own, so they have full control over everything. Which, you know, with all the issues nowadays with supply chains, you know, why wait on somebody else to make your stuff, and also why pay somebody else to make your stuff when you can just do it yourself? Will this magnetic sheet fit on a 250 Voron? I'm pretty sure it does. It's a little small though. Let me grab one. I have a spare up here. Nope, those are all 350s. Yeah, that's my 250. Actually, it's a 252. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a 250 sheet versus the Prusa sheet. So it's a little bit smaller on the one axis, but it's fine on the other. And then it's the same size as the sheet on the switch wire. Cool. Any major complaints on the build process? No, the extruder is a little bit of a pain in the butt to put together, but apparently that's a thing. But extruders are, like, the tool heads are always a little bit of a pain in the butt. Like, pretty much everyone has, you know, there's always going to be a little bit of something to complain about. Yeah, so don't forget, we're going to do the draw in 14 minutes. So if you haven't had the chance yet to enter the draw, make sure you do. Stir up, yeah. Oh god, yeah. They won't do power supplies in house. So that makes no sense. The Prusa bed and the switch wire bed, it's the same bed. The switch wire uses a Mark 52 bed, same bed. Don't print PEI on the smoosh, or don't print ABS. Well, it's PEI, so yeah, maybe I'll put a little glue stick on it if I plan on doing that. Would a Revo fit? Yeah, you can put a Revo 6 in there, drop in completely, no issue. I will say the Toolhead's a nice package. Do I have a spare stealth burner anymore? I do. And for those curious, that's a really bad point. Got that. So there's your Prusa, and there's a stealth burner. So everyone thinks a stealth burner is massive. It's not really compared to like a Prusa toolhead. You're looking at a little bit taller, and the taller part is just because of the 5015 fan is vertical, and it doesn't sit out as much. And also on a Voron, you know, this extruder motor is way out here, hanging out here. Yeah, on a Voron it's over the center of axis. Yeah, people don't complain about how big this tool head is. They complain how big the stealth burner is. You know, it's not that big really. It's pretty balanced. It's mostly plastic. PETG also sticks. Oh yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't print PETG, so it's not a big issue. This machine will probably see a lot of PLA, at least at first. And then I'm gonna, you know, put it in a box and see if I can kill it by printing way too much ABS. So let's take a look at this. Oh yeah. Oh cool, it has a little door that opens and whatnot. Neat. So apparently, is it the INC you could put a Pi 0 directly on it? Is that what you can do with the Pi INC? Or with this? Yeah, it's got the header. You could solder a Raspberry Pi right on this, right? If I can find a Pi 02, I might do that. Why do I seem to favor ABS pretty much over other filaments? No hate, just curious. I print a lot of ABS. I have machines that are capable of printing ABS, and when you can print ABS, it's actually a really good filament. It's just, people like to complain about it, but it prints beautifully. It's a very smooth printing filament. You can get a really good surface finish on a lot of stuff with it. It's not recommended for octopus. Yeah, the Pi 0 is a little. Problem is I don't have any. I'm using it. Yeah, what do I got? I got a Pi. I got a Pi 4. Is that a 0 or a 02? Hopefully that's a 0. I think these are all zeros. Let's take a look in the bin. I got, okay, so what is that? That's a Pi 4. It's just a regular 0. Yeah. 0 V1. I'm pretty sure this is a 0 V1. Yeah, Pi 0 V1. Dang it. Yep. Those are little screens. Yep. Oh well. So yeah, I could put a Pi 0, but I could put a 02 if I had one. If I had one, that'd be nice. Just throw a Pi 02 in there right off the bat. If you don't run a cam, it should be fine. That's what I've heard. But I would want a camera. But I bought two. Yeah, I bought two. One is in the V-Minion. The other one's in the Micron. So the Micron has the other one. Yeah, the V-Minion has the one paired with the Pi Pico, and then the Micron has the second one. I could put the, I don't want to put the Pi 4. The thing is, I have a Pi 4, which is even harder to get right now. They're more expensive, and this is one of the good Pi 4s. This is the new Pi 4 that has the chip that you can overclock even more. So I really don't want to throw it in something like a Micron. So let me check. Sold it. Go to stock. Pi 4, notify me. Yeah, all the pies are out. Except for the Pico. You can get Picos. Sold out of stock. Like button. Yes, the like button. Everyone, make sure the like button is working. If you have not clicked it yet, make sure you hit it. It might not be working. It wasn't working earlier, so if you haven't hit that like button yet, just give it a click. Make sure it's working if you haven't already done that. Well, I could get one Tuesday. Pi 0 to 74.95. Jesus. $200 per Pi 4. See, I have a, I might use the, I got a pad 5 I gotta play with still. I might do that, just put, raid the Bonzi. What is the Bonzi? What is Bonzi? Bonzi buddy? What is raid the Bonzi? Yeah, Pico's fine for using as an input shaper tool. But it can't run Octoprint or anything like that. It can't run Zero. First Prusa. Oh yeah, I gotta update the firmware. Oh, the Bonsai. The Bonsai has a 0. The Bonsai has just a 0. It just has a 0 in it. Just a regular 0. At least I'm pretty sure it only has a 0 in it. If it has a Pi, I doubt it has. No, it doesn't have a Pi 02. It can't have a Pi 02. Yeah, it's just a regular 0. Pi 0. And an SKR Mini E3 1.2. But yeah, for those curious, comparing the two, this is the Bonsai. So at first the extruder looks the same, but the whole tool head is different. I actually like this package of a tool head. It's an old school. It's only got a single. The extruder on here is only a single. It's like a Mark 8 extruder, like where it's a bearing. But I do actually like this little package of an extruder on this one. The weight is more inboard versus this, where the weight is more outboard. You can see the XY joints are pretty much the same, although on this one, on the Bonsai, you can see the motor is stacked, or the motor stacked behind. Like it's more inboard, but different frame. This one, it over travels the frame, whereas this one, it kind of stays within the frame. But you can see there's definitely similarities and differences between these two machines. So, like this one, the Z motor's on the, like it sticks out of the frame. So they're close, but they're not quite the same. And the Bonsai is like if somebody just, you know, took a picture of a Prusa and then kind of remade it smaller and off of memory. So. So how many people have entered? How many people have entered so far? We got 386 people have entered. So remember, we're going to draw in 5 minutes. 2.4 versus trend and reliability, pretty much the same. Other than the Z motion, they're the same. Yeah, you might be able to argue, you know, a lead screw Z is more reliable than a belted, but I haven't had any issues with the belted, so. Prusa Connect. What is Prusa Connect? What is Prusa Connect? Remotely control your printer anywhere. Oh, so is Prusa Connect like a watered down, like Octoprint type thing? Super watered down. Okay. I don't know. I just went to the Prusa Connect website. For completing this friend, see our help or forum. Prusa link. Okay. Still in beta, so you need a Pi 0W. Okay, so it uses like Prusa Slicer. Alright, well, that's something to look at. The software control pin, there's Prusa link for local management of Prusa. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It uses two. Has the bonsai creator ever reached out to you? Nope. I don't think so. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna do the draw in a couple minutes. So I guess I'll do the housekeeping before the draw. So Friday for the print and chill stream, it'll probably be later in the day. It won't be 2 o'clock. I got some stuff going on in the afternoon, so it'll probably be around 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll do the print and chill stream, and then back to the wiring up the Micron on Saturday. So we'll do that. It's kind of nice. All that's left on the Prusa is just this one box of stuff, I think. Yeah, I think that's it. Take all this stuff, throw in the box. Yeah, there you go. All that's left is the one box of stuff. So that's good. That's good. And then, yeah, that will be fun. Would you recommend a 2.4 kit or trying to kit someone that's only built a switch wire? If you've built a switch wire, you probably both are fine at that point. There's not, honestly, other than the Z, there's not a big difference between the two. And if you can build a switch wire fine, you can build a V2 fine. Camera support, that'd be nice. Okay, what are we at? Clock. Oh, I don't have it on the screen. Murdeer, thank you for becoming a member. Yeah, if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, becoming a channel member or Patreon supporter is probably the best way to do it. Or donating during streams, obviously. But every month we do a monthly live stream for members of the channel and supporters on Patreon. So we did it last week, so it'll be the second last week of the month usually. And then also there's links in the description for affiliate links. So if you plan on purchasing thing from E3, AliExpress, a few other vendors, if you want to help the channel without costing anything you anything extra, there's links there. And then also there is the Only Benchies store where you can purchase awesome Only Benchies merch like hats and t-shirts and a few other things, stickers, Only Benchies stickers. Okay, so 1 minute. If you have not entered the draw for some printed solid filament, you have 1 minute. Don't forget to shop LGT store. Have you seen the Mellow Fly CAN bus boards? I've seen them. I haven't used one yet. As I said, I'm probably going to start playing with CAN bus stuff eventually, but I haven't touched anything yet. Yeah. The Trident's limited to 250 on the Z. You can go to 300 if you go like source different lead screws and whatnot, but yeah, we recommend trying to stick to 250. Forums aren't meant to be big printers. Okay, so if you have not entered yet, it's closed now. So we got 415 entrants. Let's copy all those names. Remember, if you have won a draw from Printed Solid in the past 90 days, you cannot enter. Also, it needs to be an address, a home address in Canada or the US, no PO boxes, no Air Force Base addresses, whatever that means. I guess that's an American thing, etc. So it has to be a home address in Canada or the US. Copy and a few other rules. So make sure you read the rules and you qualify. Okay. So wait for all the names to load in. There we go. What's the difference between Trident and 2.4? Bed moves on one, bed doesn't move on the other. Okay, so you know how this works. I need a number between 3DP Freak, you are disqualified for jumping the gun. And Thicko the Brick, thank you for becoming a member. Nice 3DP, you are disqualified for jumping the gun. You guys, come on. This ain't rocket appliances. Okay, I need a number between 5 and 9. Somebody give me a number between 5 and 9. That's why we can't have nice things. 9. Okay. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Click to spin. Woo! Hey, the first winner is Phil R. Congratulations, Phil R. You are our first winner. Let me get your information and send it on off to Okay, awesome. Congratulations, Phil R. Okay, so move. Apparently we can customize. So let me copy all these names just so we don't accidentally lose. Okay. So customize. What else can we do? So appearance. Ooh. We can change it to a cookie? Donut, a globe. Oh my god, we can change some of this stuff. We're going with a cat. Wow, this is horribly scuffed now. Cool. Okay. So Phil R. How many letters are in Phil R? F, H, I, L, R. Okay, I need a number between 0 and 5. I need a number between 0 and 5. 0 and 5. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's spin the scuffed cat. Oh god, this looks so bad. Spin, kitty! Oh, I could have made a really bad joke there. Okay, the second winner is Brian Murphy. Hope he's not lying in bed. Okay, Brian Murphy, congratulations. Oh wait, no, that's a different song. It's been a long day. Congratulations, Brian Murphy. Congratulations. I know that's Brian Wilson. I'm getting hungry. It's dinner time. Okay, so I think we're going to end the stream there. Congratulations to the 2 winners. Again, shout out to Printed Solid for providing the kit that we are using for this build series here. If you need any print filament, PLA or PETG, along with other printing accessories or 3D printers themselves, take a look at Printed Solid. So shout out to David and the team there. So yeah, so guys, hope you enjoyed the stream today. Congratulations to the winners of the prizes. For those that donated to the stream or became members of the channel, I thank you for your support. You allow me to create the content I create and do the things I do. I would not be able to do it without your continued support. And for everyone else, I hope you enjoyed the show. 400 likes, gummy time. Fine, I'll eat a gummy. I'll eat a gummy on the way out. So, for everyone else, I hope you enjoyed the show. I will see you Friday afternoon. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at 3DPNero to keep up to date for stream times and whatnot. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you like that smash button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. Enjoy the rest of your week. Cheers.